back to What the Wellness Center. Our question today is, how do you balance it all? As soon as I saw this question, I had to answer it because the short answer is, of course, I do not balance it all. And if anyone tells you they do, they are lying. And don't even get me started on the social media have it all facade and glorifying busyness. Anyway, there are some ways that I set up my life and work so that I can stay well and minimize the impact of the imbalance. But before we get into those, I'd love to highlight a bit about Jane, our show sponsor. Jane is a complete practice management software, and their team is fueled with one main goal: to help you and your business thrive. They've got features like one-on-one telehealth, customizable email and text reminders, intuitive scheduling, and more. If you're curious to learn more, you can head on over to jane.app. That's JANE.app. Okay, so how do I balance it all? First, I let go of the idea that a person can actually have the capacity to stay upright while raising kids, owning a business, having relationships, and surviving a pandemic without any help. And I radically accept that while I'm giving full attention to one thing, I'm not going to be giving full attention to another. And I intentionally integrate my life and work rather than trying to keep them separate. Next, I schedule and plan. And within that plan, I schedule in enough space so that when things come up unexpectedly, it doesn't derail my day or my health. So this would be my recommendation on how to get to that point where you can set and stick to a schedule that keeps you well and feeling semi-balanced. First, get clear on your top 10 life and work values and make them into statements. For example, my top value is family. So my statement is, family is the foundation. For me, this means my family at home, but also my work family. Every decision I make in my business, I consider how it will impact my family at home and our team at WTWC. Secondly, write down your current schedule and your ideal schedule based on your values. When you're writing out your ideal schedule, try to set aside the many, many barriers that will come up in your mind and just write out ideally what that would be for you. Then write out the steps and timeline to make that ideal schedule a reality. The other thing I do on a regular basis is write out my week ahead and my schedule for each day. You can certainly do this on an online calendar as well. I always schedule my breaks first, including a full amount of time to eat lunch and step away from work for a bit. I also schedule in ample breaks in between sessions and meetings. Then I schedule my self-care appointments within my day, so I know I won't skip them. For example, at the end of my day on Tuesdays, I do yoga. At the end of my day on Wednesdays, I get a weekly massage from our massage therapist. Lastly, I make sure to block out admin time to work on the business. Once I have all of that on my calendar, I now have a clear idea of how many clients I can schedule and when. I do the same process for when I'm at home, for when I will have work time and non-work time, time dedicated to family, time dedicated to rest, all of that. I also include morning and evening rituals at home so that I can have some space to think, especially before the kids wake up in the morning. It's not a perfect process. And as business owners, you all know that when something comes up, it often falls on us and that semi-balanced process gets interrupted. But if we can find that integration most of the time, it's a great foundation. And one of the other things that has helped me step away from being the only person with all the answers to the questions at work is that we've hired a clinic coordinator to take on some of those tasks. Some of you are at the stage of still being the administrative assistant at your business and wearing every single hat. I remember it well, and just know that you will eventually grow and have the ability to hire an admin and other support roles. And some of you have several leadership positions already on your team taking on those day-to-day tasks. So it's about taking stock in where you are, where you'd like to be, and taking it one step at a time to get there. Again, I take the same approach at home. We have lots of childcare help, and we intentionally actually moved to this area so that we could be near family and integrate that into our lives. I've also radically accepted that we might not make a meal from scratch every night or most nights, and that I can't control every aspect of our home life. At the end of the day, we're just not going to have the cleanest house on the block. So to answer your question, I balance it all by integrating life and work, choosing how and when I spend my time and energy based on my core values and with a lot of support. I work on this with all of my coaching clients. So if you'd like to talk it through together, email me at kendall@vancouverwellnessstudio.com. Have a great day.